It's that time again in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Let's go ahead and talk about the Rayquaza event and the deck that you can run on auto to win. All right, here's the Rayquaza auto deck, as I like to call it. We have 2 Gibbles, 1 Gabite, 2 Garchomp EX, 2 Potions, 2 Pokeballs, 2 Rare Candies, that's the secret sauce, and the reason there's only 1 Gabite, 2 Giant Caves, 2 Professor's Research, 1 Giovanni, 2 Cyrus, and 2 Red. The reason we only run 1 Gabite is because of the 2 Rare Candies, and we basically just run the Gabite as like a failsafe in case the rare instance where we don't draw any of the Rare Candies, which is what we need to win. The times that you will lose with this deck is really just those times, is if you don't get your hands on the Rare Candies. It's just, that's literally the only time I've ever seen it, so it's very low probability. I'd say there's about a 90% win rate with this deck so far. I think out of the, I want to say 11 or 12 games that I've ran with it, I've only lost 2. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into a couple games. All right, you know how we do it by now. Straight to expert, straight to auto. Let's get this thing rolling. Commentary today is going to be a little bit low and a little bit quiet. Your boy's got a massive headache, but we're going to break down the deck. We're going to go over what it does well, what it doesn't do well, why I run certain things over other things, why this deck of all decks, why this Pokemon of all Pokemon. There is another deck that you can use if you do not have access to Rare Candies yet. You can use the Zapdos EX auto deck, where it's just 2 Zapdos and then a bunch of trainer cards. You can do that. It's not as effective. The reason it's not as effective is because it's a coin flip deck. Chances are you're going to lose the coin flips and then lose to Rayquaza. The reason this deck is so good is that you, by turn 2, can deal enough damage to kill a Manaphy if it doesn't have any buffs from a tool. By turn 2, you can start dealing 50 damage to anything on the bench if you want to, or I guess in this case, if the AI wants to do it. But look at this. We're at turn 2. We led with a Rare Candy and with a Garchomp in hand. We're going to attach an energy and immediately be able to do 50 damage to something. I'm assuming we'll be doing 50 damage to the Manaphy here, just to knock it out, get it out of the way. That's going to slow down their Rayquaza ramp. And basically by next turn, we should be able to do enough damage to take one of these Rayquazas down, to like within another hit. So by our following turn, not this one, of course, but by the following turn, we should have enough, to be able to just knock out them completely. Now, unfortunately, they did switch out into the Rayquaza, or switch out into the Manaphy and stack up the Rayquazas again, but we are going to be able to one-shot the Manaphy here. We'll be ahead by 2 points instead of 1. Let's go ahead and research with the Professor. Like I said, we're on auto. I'm not playing. I'm not doing any of this. We unfortunately still don't have a second Gabite, which is a downside, of course, if anything does happen. However, I think we should be fine. We can live 1 full Draco Meteor. We'll live with 10 HP. They are not fully set up, so I think we should be okay. My best guess is that we'll be coming out on top with a win in this one. And just like we always do with these auto decks, there will be no cuts, there will be no stops, no edits, no nothing. The other reason why the Zapdos deck isn't as effective as I would like it to be is because of this Froakie here. The Greninja being set up makes it really, 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 really volatile. You can hit Zapdos from the bench. It's really annoying. And I guess we're just going to take out this Froakie. We're not going to take out any of the Rayquazas, but we got 3 points. Bada bing, bada boom. That's 1 game down in under, I don't even know how many turns, but it's a pretty fast turnaround. The reason I like this deck over the Zapdos, it's just much more consistent. 2 turns, you kill a Rayquaza. Can't really get much better than that. I mean, it's really good, and you know, it isn't super effective by any means, but it is very effective, if you know what I mean. We'll do a 5-game example today, probably. I am very sorry that my commentary is kind of on the lower end today. I don't know what happened. I woke up with this massive headache. I've taken Tylenol. It refuses to go away. It'll simmer down for a little bit, but it will not fully go away. And it is very, 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 very disheartening. It's very hard for me to be in the office right now recording, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. Look at that. Perfect opening hand. We have a Gibble. We're going to play it on the bench. We're going to have a second one. We have Professor's Research. Maybe we'll get a second Rare Candy and a second Garchomp. No, but we do get a second Garchomp. We have a Red as well. We are, as the kids say, cooking? Is that what kids do? Do people still say that? We're cooking? Is that a thing still? I don't know. But now we're going to be within range to take out the Rayquaza, even with the cape. On this next turn, we're going to evolve it into a Garchomp with the Rare Candy. I'm assuming the AI will use red because we are going against an EX Pokemon. I do know for a fact that it'll choose the Rare Candy over the Gabite, so we're good on that front. We'll have the Garchomp set up here. We'll have the Gabite on the bench, and it'll evolve into the Garchomp the next turn. So genuinely as fully set up as possible. It chose to attack without using red. That's interesting. Oh, it's because it wasn't targeting Rayquaza. It was taking out the easy target of Manaphy, which is better for us. The other good thing about this is that we're not weak to Greninja if they decide to do that. They're not going to Rare Candy, though, which is interesting. This deck does run a Rare Candy setup for the Greninja line. I guess they didn't have it, and they were just using that instead. But I feel like we'll be A-okay here. They're going to go for it again on the Manaphy just to knock it out, which is fine. We're up at 2 points. We unfortunately didn't get Garchomp set up for its full attack, but you know what? That's okay. We have the secondary Garchomp if we need to. I'm assuming that they're going to evolve into the Greninja here, start pinging for damage, but Rayquaza isn't set up at all. So that's really good for us. Do they have a leaf? They don't have a leaf, so they're just going to pass. We basically get a free turn here. I hope that they potion our Benchdmon. They do. Okay, cool. So everything is full HP. We're just going to go for that linear attack here. We are going to buff it with red. So let's see here. Is it going to attack Rayquaza? It is. So we're going to deal 70. Next turn, we'll be able to deal 100. And, you know, easy peasy. Easy breezy cover girl. They might Irida here. No, they're not. They're going to leaf out, which is good for them, I guess. Let's see here. What would be the best course of action for us to do in this situation? Rayquaza's going out. I guess, obviously, the best course is if we draw Cyrus on this next turn and can pull Rayquaza in. We don't do that, though. So I think the only thing that we really can do here is hopefully heal up the Garchomp. Hopefully we set it up so that we can do something next turn. We are going to do that, so that's pretty great. Most they can deal is 80 damage. We'll live on 50 because that's how math works. We'll hit it for 100 next turn. We can either Cyrus out and kill the Rayquaza or just kill the Greninja. It really doesn't matter. We're all stacked. We have 2 points already, so we're good. We're golden. It'll finish up pretty close here. The quickest game that I have ever had with this deck was turn 2 Garchomp into killing the Manaphy, following up and killing the Rayquaza immediately afterwards. Or, well, I mean, it takes 2 turns, but being immediately set up to deal 100 damage on turn 3, essentially, to the Rayquaza is really nice. So that was always that's a good one. That was a good example. Unfortunately, it wasn't on camera, but like that's why I decided that this deck was the deck for the event. I have not had any sort of troubles with this. The Zapdos one gave me a bunch of issues. Really unfortunate because I thought that the Zapdos one would be really effective in this one, but it unfortunately just hasn't been. I am going to apologize as well. We are a couple days late on posting this video. One, I was really trying to make Zapdos work, and that obviously delayed it a little bit because it really just wasn't being effective. 2, my brother graduated from college yesterday. Big ups to him. So I just wasn't at home to record. It wasn't in the cards, so I couldn't get it up yesterday either. So I'm recording and posting the day that this is going up. Is like it's a day of recording. We have another perfect hand. We have another perfect hand. So this one even better because they're leading with Rayquaza. So Rayquaza is immediately going to take some chip damage unless they're throwing a Manaphy down here and they decide to retreat it with a leaf, which they won't be able to because they already played Professor's Research. I'm digging this hand though. They do have Manaphy, which probably means that on our turn we're going to be focusing on doing the damage to the Manaphy. It looks like, though, we are not able to evolve it just yet because this is technically still our first turn. So we're only going to be able to get in a little bit of chip damage here, go for that 20 points, bring it down to 140. Not too bad, not too shabby. The real unfortunate situation, though, is that they could... Oh, they just passed. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess we're just perfect then. We're totally fine. We're going to go ahead and draw another Garchomp. We're going to draw another red. We're going to drop the Rare Candy, Garchomp, and then Energy. And I'm assuming the AI will target Manaphy. It always manages to do that. I think it prioritizes anything that it can guarantee a knockout on first off, which is great. Next turn, we'll be able to ramp up to our Dragon Claw attack, dealing 100 damage. We also have red, so it'll deal 120. Not that we necessarily have to do that, but, you know, it'll always be good. Maybe the AI will focus on the Manaphy still, just because it's on the bench. I think it's kind of funny that it keeps trying to play Manaphy and keeps trying to... It's going to target the Manaphy. That's actually hilarious. That is so funny that it's not just prioritizing the Rayquaza. I love it, though, you know. torture your opponent. I mean, in this case, it's an AI. It's a CPU, so it doesn't feel pain. But that is really funny because now they're going to retreat into their Froakie, and I'm assuming they're actually just going to attack. They don't have a Ricani or anything. Okay, cool. So we win this one too. We're going to bop the bench twice for the Manaphy, and then they're going to bring in the Froakie to die to a Dragon Claw. So you love to see that. Another solid victory. That's 3-0 in the video so far. Like I said, we got two more. This is going to be a pretty fast video. Normally the auto decks run a little slow. But we're already through 3 of the matches, and the recording is only 9 minutes long, almost 10 minutes long. So I feel like this is going to be a pretty fast video for you guys today if you've sat through the whole thing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. I know we took a little tiny bit of a hiatus. The other reason that I haven't been posting videos super regularly and that this video is a couple days late, because I normally try to get these up the day the event starts. My new job started, so today and like this whole week has just been a bunch of training. Today was the last day of my first week there. I'm loving the new position. It's really, really good. I like the new job. I think it'll be a really good fit for me. This one's not as an advantageous hand, so we're gonna get to see a good example of what the deck can do when it doesn't start with a perfect opening. And this one's still relatively decent. We do have one of the 2 pieces, Rare Candy. The only one that we need is the Garchomp, which we have the chance of getting off the Professor's Research. So we may still have a borderline perfect hand. We can't evolve them first turn anyway, so I don't think it's that big of a deal if we don't have it immediately. Let's go ahead and see if we draw into it. We do get a Pokeball. I love the fact that the AI pops the Pokeball before it pops the Professor's Research. That's how I like to play. I think it's stupid to drop a Research before you use a Pokeball because you're just wasting the potential. You have the chance of drawing into another basic when you can just guarantee that pull with a Pokeball. We do draw into the other perfect game piece though, so we are still borderline perfectly set up here. The headache is ramping up based off of how much I've been talking. I'm supposed to stream today too. If you guys are watching this, I may or may not be live. I may have to cancel stream because of my headache. I really hope I don't have to, but I'm hoping that dinner will assuage the pain that resides behind my eyeballs. That's a very weird way to say headache, but, you know, I'm here for it. We're going to drop 50 damage on this Manaphy, knock it out real quick. Frogadier's on deck, which is kind of unfortunate. I really hope they don't have Greninja, because if they don't have Greninja, I'll be able to kill it with Garchomp. Rayquaza isn't really set up either, but, if they evolve their Frogadier here, we'll be taking too much damage that I do not like. Oh, they're just going to switch out. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I would have preferred they kept the Greninja in. Oh, my stuff is starting to lag. I still need to figure out some way to have this thing be in real time, not over AirPlay. I'm sorry. I apologize sincerely. We got 2 points here. Let's try to get that third one. And then maybe we just make this a little 4 off because the gaming stuff is starting to lag. I don't really want the video to get too much worse. Okay, it seems to be back. I don't have anything else running in the background. I don't know what would be like using my computer's like resources to make this stuff lag. This and OBS are the only things recording right now, so I don't really know. But look at that. Nice, easy breezy cover girl. We're gonna deal 100 damage to Frogadier, knock it out. Game 4. We'll go into game 5 and hopefully it'll be just as fast. I mean, these have all been like done and done before double-digit turns. Like it's so fast and effective. And honestly, I'll take it as far to say that this deck is probably, maybe not this one exactly, but Gabite Rare Candy could honestly be like a competitive contender. Just the notion that you're able to, by like your turn 2, deal 50 damage to anything on the board, and then in 2 following turns deal 100 damage as well. I feel like it'll genuinely be a contester in like the competitive scene too, which is really cool. I really dig this deck. It's not even just an auto deck at this point. It's a, you know, it's an actual one that you could use. And I'm really looking forward to the competitive scene. I'm so glad they decided to add rare candies in this set. The 2-stage evolution Pokemon, they always were hard for me to justify using them. But now they're so much easier too. It's so much easier for me to justify using them. And I think the ratio of 2 basic, 1 stage 1, 2 stage 2, and then 2 rare candies is such a good ratio. It makes Charmander and Charizard so good. You can potentially have a fully stoked up shiny Charizard from the Shining Revelry set by like turn 2, and like you'll have it fully set up by turn 3, and it is just that is so great to me. I love the fact that that's a thing. Still can't evolve. We're gonna waste Giovanni because the game just loves to waste every resource when it's like the fastest time frame that it can use it. It's so stupid. But all right, Greninja's gonna land on the board. That's really unfortunate. We're gonna take 20 damage early, but it's not too big of a deal because we are gonna be able to evolve into Garchomp here, and then just start swinging. I wonder if it's gonna target down the Rayquaza or if it's gonna do 50 to Greninja to hopefully get it in range to have it get knocked out by Dragon Claw, because we do have Cyrus. I'd be very intrigued to see what it does here. It might just target down the Rayquaza because it'll put it in range to die to Dragon Claw as well. Okay, it does. We're not going to be taking any damage aside from the 20 damage from the Water Shuriken, so I'm not super worried. Cool thing here is that even if they decide to retreat into Manaphy, we can just Cyrus it back out, which will be awesome. They didn't do that though, so that's great for me. We aren't in range to kill anymore, which does suck, but we're just going to go ahead and Professor's Research here. We got a potion. We'll attach an energy after we play Gibble, I guess. Giant Cape as well. Is it going to prioritize the Garchomp? It better. Okay, it does. Good. We're going to go ahead and potion again. Bring it back up to 170. We can potion one more time, bring it up to 180 or 190, whatever the max will be at this point. 190. Is it going to take out the Manaphy? I think it will. Yeah, it's going to target the Manaphy. That's good. This next turn will probably just be, honestly, I'm gonna take a prediction as to what the AI is going to do. It has a second Manaphy. It's going to dump it, deal 20 damage with the effect, and then pass the turn. Oh, it's just going to deal 20 with the effect and pass the turn. It doesn't even have the basic. That kind of sucks for them. I would have loved to have drawn a red right there. I would have absolutely adored drawing a red. We did not, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But we are kind of in a decent position here. They might try to retreat. It doesn't look like they do. They're just going to deal 20 damage, and they're going to take this fat L. That'll probably do it for us. Chat. That's a nice, easy 5-0 today for this video. And I guess it did, you know, the last 2 matches did straggle along, so this wasn't a super short video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. We're going to go ahead and wrap the video there. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and open up the 5 packs that we have here just because we can. So let's crack open the packs and then we'll end the video. All right, we got the 5 packs here. I already cracked open all the ones that I had earlier. I think I had like 15 or 16. I did a lot of playtesting with the Zapdos one. Typically with these events, I kind of get like in with one deck. The deck works and then I don't really test anything else out. This time I actually had to do some deck testing, which is kind of funny. But I will say though, the Zapdos deck is really good for the earlier difficulties. It sweeps like everything up until expert. But I'm not really too concerned with whatever we might pull out of here. I'm basically set up. I have everything that I need. I mean, maybe one more Rayquaza EX and I can get the flare that I want in a 2 of, but other than that, I literally already have everything that I could want out of the set. So I probably won't be farming this event beyond this video. Oh, we got the one more Rayquaza that I need. So that's that's perfect. I have exactly what I need now. I do not think I need a single other thing. The only thing that I would say I might need one more of is the Froakie. And that's just because I want the flare that matches the promo Greninja that I have, the little water droplets. And I think I only have 1 extra Greninja. So I only have one of those, or 1 extra Froakie. Oh, there we go. There's the other Froakie that I need. I guess it's just giving me exactly what I want. That's actually kind of funny. It's so weird. My headache is completely gone. It's almost like the Tylenol kicked in. Hell yeah. I think we have 2 more packs. No, 1 more pack. Let's go ahead and crack open this 1 more pack. See if we can get the luck of the gods, the luck of Arceus, and pull this extra Rayquaza EX. We don't. We get an Execute, which I love the artwork of, by the way. But that'll do it for this video. Let's go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if the deck has been effective as for you as it is for me. That sentence didn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know if there's any other auto decks that you guys are running. Maybe I'll make another video covering that deck if it's as effective enough by my testing. But I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Like if you do, sub if you're new, but I'm out. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Like I said before, I'm going to go get rid of this headache and try to stream later. So I'll see you guys over there as well if you guys join. I'm out. Peace. Oh my God, I am so bad at doing outros. Have a good one.